All right, Knicks fans, we done lost our mind. So Sunday has come and gone, and Kevin Durant has signed with the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn. Can't say I wasn't surprised. Thought KD was in a bag, like a lot of us. Basically thought um, it'd be KD and somebody else. Um, so I'm not really mad at Scott Perry for not being able to secure the guys that we thought for about a year and a half we'd be able to secure, especially after trading Kristaps Porzingis. Um, so it's RJ Barrett and a bunch of guys now. Um, what can you do but drive on? Um, I feel like the guys that Scott Perry signed are excellent complementary pieces. And the reason why I say that is I watched as David Griffin, the GM or president, or the shot caller basically for the New Orleans Pelicans, basically traded for guys and acquired guys through free agency in order to put a good team around Zion. Um, some of those moves. I think we give David Griffin a plus for what he did in about like a 4 or 5 month stretch. Um, I am almost willing to give Scott Perry a similar grade, and here's why. So you strike out on a big fish. So what? If you're a human, you know that nobody gets what they want all the time. But in order to make life worth living, you take the things that you can obtain and enjoy them. And I think that's kind of what Scott Perry did with this offseason. So the crown jewel of the offseason is RJ Barrett. Yeah, I knew that for months. You know that since the lottery, May 14th. You know the lottery when we didn't get the number one pick. You knew RJ Barrett was going to be the guy. He's not a bad consolation prize. Um, so Scott Perry, instead of trading RJ Barrett or the pick that would have been used to draft RJ Barrett and the kids to get AD or some other guy, he chose to build with young guys. Um, so that now that RJ Barrett is the known crown jewel of the Knicks' future, I think Scott Perry made excellent free agent decisions by going in and getting a young veteran point guard in Elfrid Payton to play defense and to distribute. Um, getting a Julius Randle, a big that can threaten the defense down low and outside if necessary. And some other guys that are Bobby Portis, who's quickly becoming a Knicks favorite on Twitter. Um, by getting some surrounding pieces. None of those pieces that he got are going to be cornerstone pieces. Instead, those pieces are definitely intended to support RJ Barrett. I know everybody's going to say, well, what about the young core? Listen, you can only have one franchise player. Look at Shaq and Kobe. When Kobe and Shaq were together, Shaq was a franchise player until Kobe was ready to take over. And when Kobe was ready to take over, he told Shaq, I'm the man. And shortly thereafter, Shaq was gone. You can only have one franchise player. You know, it's nice to have players that are good enough to be franchise players, but as long as they serve in that role of being, that secondary support guy, then you're in hot cotton basically. And RJ Barrett is our guy. So we signed Portis, Taj Gibson, Julius Randle, Wayne Ellington, Reggie Bullock, and Elfrid Payton, and some undrafted free agents. So what I'm going to say to Knicks fans is don't get off the ledge. Basically, there'll be other summers. I am in the small minority that thinks the Knicks is not a place attractive to big time free agents. Sure, you'll be able to bring in mid level guys, but big time guys don't come here. Regardless how you feel about yourself or your organization, the Knicks is just not that franchise that can attract free agents. Not big free agents anyway. So with that in mind, Scott Perry's route to me was an excellent route to take. Draft your superstars, or draft your guys that you think can be superstars, and then surround them with free agents. You know, it's just like we're just like in a situation like maybe a Boston and a Philadelphia where superstars just don't come to those cities. They're acquired, or a minus free agent might sign occasionally, like a Gordon Hayward signs with Boston, and like a Carmelo Anthony demands a trade to get to New York and then resigns. But a LeBron James, a Michael Jordan, a Kevin Durant, a Magic Johnson, those levels guys just don't sign with New York. Even Isaiah Thomas off of a torn ACL, once he tore his Achilles, he would rather had retired than come to New York. Things are what they are. If you're a Knicks fan, you shouldn't be upset by that, or be upset by hearing somebody say that. You should just be real. Be real with yourselves. We should be real with ourselves and understand that the KD boat is sailed. And that's my power coming back on. We had a summer storm and the power went out down there. That's why I'm outside. But anyways, New York fans, look at it like this, just like what I mentioned. R.J. Barrett is a crown jewel, and what Scott Perry did is try to build a good team around R.J. Barrett. Not to force him to carry that team yet, but just have good support role players that push him enough in practice to make him better, and to pick up the load during games. So I promised I have this video be short. Anyway, it was good talking to y'all, man, and I'll shoot another one here soon.